Listen, motherfucker, don't you move.
Okay, I'm not going anywhere.
If someone points a gun at you, you only get one chance and it has to work. One mistake and you're dead. Today, I'm going to show you how to disarm their weapon before they pull the trigger. Let's check it out. Now you've probably seen dozens of flashy gun disarm videos online, spinning moves, flashy motion grabs, and fantasy nonsense. In the real world, those will only get you killed. Don't fall for the hype pushed by unqualified instructors and internet clowns playing pretend. What I'm about to show you is practical, pressure tested, and built for real street level violence. This isn't about looking cool, it's about surviving the most dangerous moment of your life. Now this information comes straight from my book, 1001 Street Fighting Secrets. It's a comprehensive book on real-world street self-defense. Inside, I cover a wide range of practical fighting skills, including no-nonsense gun disarming tactics designed for real-life encounters. This book covers everything you need to know about gun disarming principles, from determining the gunman's intent, proximity and positioning, the 12 assault positions, distracting techniques, and so much more. I'll put a link in the description down below if you'd like to check it out. And if you prefer video instruction, check out my video Under the Gun that covers everything you want to know about gun disarming skills. It's available for sale on my website at sammyfranco.com. And if you're a War Machine Elite member, it's now available to watch for free inside the members only section of this channel. And if you're not already a War Machine member, click the join button below to check out the different perks and membership options we have available. Before going into the various different types of disarms, it's important to understand there are 12 assault positions. Tommy, come on out. So what I have done in contemporary fighting arts and what's featured in my video, Under the Gun, are the 12 assault positions. I've broken it down so you could understand it from a very simple perspective. Essentially, I divide the body into 3 height levels. So if I held Tommy at a gunpoint, it would be head level, it would be torso, and it would be stomach. So there are 3 height levels that I would hold him up. So Tommy, why don't you hold me up, just hold it up against my face. Assault position number 1. Now put it against my chest, assault position number 2, and then down to the stomach, assault position 3. So there's 3 height levels, but there are 4 sides to the body. So Tommy, face the camera. So this would be assault position 1, assault position 2, and assault position 3. Then we have assault position, actually stay here, Tommy. Assault position 4, 5, 6, turn your back. 7, 8, 9, turn one more time, 10, 11, and 12. There are 12 assault, thanks Tommy, there are 12 assault positions you have to be prepared for because combat is dynamic and you never know when the gunman is going to approach, how he's going to approach. Sometimes he may stick it under your ribs, he may approach you from behind. So 12 assault positions. Now, as we all know, there's very limited attention spans on YouTube, so I'm only going to cover 1 or possibly 2 assault positions because of people's limited attention span. So let's get to work. Before attempting the gun disarm techniques in this video, it's important to mention that you should never use a real gun. Always use a training mock pistol when performing gun disarm techniques. So we're going to use Tommy to demonstrate the techniques. Now, I'm going to point out that he has a very strong law enforcement background and he has been exposed to gun disarming techniques. However, he has not been exposed to contemporary fighting arts and how we approach it. Now, Tommy, what is the first thing that comes to mind when disarming a gunman?
Getting that gun away from me and off the line.
Okay, so Tommy's approaching it from a law enforcement officer's perspective, very technical. But from a civilian perspective, the most important thing to consider is what is the gunman's intent? So it's important to understand, what does the gunman want? Does he want your body in a sexual assault situation? Does he want your car? Does he want your wallet? Does he want your possessions? Does he want to humiliate you, or does he want your life? Because that is going to tell you if you should attempt a gun disarm technique. If he wants your possessions, give it to him. Never fight for your possessions. But if he's going to take your life, you have no other choice but to perform the gun disarm. So now we're going to ask Tommy the most important question. What is the most important consideration before attempting a gun disarm?
The range.
The range. What do you mean by that?
How far away the gun is from me.
Okay, so I'm going to articulate it in a different way. Tommy, hold me up at gunpoint. When attempting a gun disarm, you must make certain that the weapon is within your arm's reach. Never attempt to disarm a weapon if it's that far away. You must find a way, somehow, some way, to get that gun within your arm's reach to attempt the gun disarm. Fortunately, criminals are idiots, and many times they're not cognizant of the range and their weapon being within disarming range. If ever you guys watch closed-circuit TV footage, you're going to see a lot of these people holding guns moving through ranges of combat with reckless abandon. They're not cognizant of what they're doing, and that can create a great window of opportunity for you. So I'm going to hold Tommy up with the gun. We're going to choose assault position number 1, which is the front, head level. So Tommy, come over here. I'm going to hold you up at gunpoint right here. What's the first thing you want to do?
Get this gun out of my chin.
Okay. So if he did it to me, let me show you what I would do. Hold me up at gunpoint, assault position 1. I raise the shoulders up and I bring the hands up as a sign of compliance. The reason why I don't just raise my hands up real fast is because he could perceive that as a form of resistance and maybe he's nervous, he could squeeze that trigger. So I need to telegraph that I'm gonna hold it up, Tommy. Telegraph, I'm gonna raise my shoulders. So I bring my traps up, my shoulders up, and I raise my hands up. I need to have my hands up to the height of the level of the gun. So that's something he didn't mention. So let's try it again. Tommy, I'm gonna hold you up at assault position number 1. What are you gonna do?
Please don't hurt me. I don't want this.
So notice how he did bring his shoulders up and then he raised his hands, but he kind of backed up. You do not want to get in the habit of backing up. You want to get as close as you can to that firearm. So if he actually has it, you want it pressed against you. Okay, because that tactile sensitivity gives you a good indication of where that weapon is. It all works in tandem together. So Tommy, hold me up assault position 1. Again, I raise my shoulders up, my hands, I angle my body, I feel it pressed against my face. Again, sometimes it won't be pressed against your body, but I'm just saying if it is, don't back away from it because what you're doing is you're making it more difficult to disarm the weapon. It's also important that you want to have stability. You want to subtly angle your body. You don't want both feet facing forward because again, a struggle is going to be inevitable. So you have to be prepared for that. So when I hold Tommy up at gunpoint, he raises his shoulders up, his hands up, and he angles his body. Angle your body a little bit, Tommy, so you have stability because there's going to be a struggle here. He's going to be fighting for his life. So you want to have a 50-50 weight distribution and you want to have your feet approximately shoulder width apart. Again, you get what you get in a self-defense situation. Sometimes you may not have that luxury, but if you can get it, take it. So now that Tommy has the basic principles of disarming the gun from assault position 1, let's see what he does next. Okay, Tommy, so come over here. I'm gonna hold you up. Okay, man, you and I are taking a little trip, pal.
Man, I don't want to do that.
He's angled his body, his hands are up. What's your next move, Tommy?
I'm gonna push the gun like this and hold on for dear life.
Okay, so now, what we would do, and what I'm going to teach you guys to do, is you need to try to distract him. Some type of verbal distraction, a pattern interrupt to break his concentration. For example, ask him anything. Tommy, hold me up, and we're gonna just improvise this, and I'll show you how it works. He holds me up, shoulder, hands up, my body's angled. What do you want, man?
We're going for a ride.
I'll give you all my money.
We're going for a ride.
Where are we going? Okay, so where are we going? He's gonna process that, and when he's processing that, I'm going to attempt the disarm. So now that Tommy has some basic foundational principles, let's see what he does next. So Tommy, I'm gonna hold you up at gunpoint. He raises his shoulders up, his hands up, his body's angled, making sure his hands are the height of the weapon. We're going for a little ride. He's gonna attempt the distraction.
Where are we going?
We're gonna take a ride down the road. Down the road. Okay, not too bad. Okay, not too bad at all. Now, it's important to understand things have to happen in a certain sequence. Number 1, you need to redirect the weapon out of the line of fire. Number 2, you have to simultaneously move the target out of the line of fire. You must control the weapon, neutralize the attacker, and then disarm the weapon. Disarming the gun is the last thing you do. So let's see all of these principles put into action. Tommy, come over here. He's gonna hold me up at gunpoint. Okay, assault position number 1. Now, some of you guys out there might be saying, criminals don't hold you up at gunpoint. They don't stick it under your chin. First of all, you're wrong. They do. Second of all, this is a reference point. We're trying to teach you technique. So Tommy, hold me up. Again, I angle my body, raise my shoulders up. My hands are to the height of the weapon. I'm gonna engage, hopefully, in some sort of dialogue. I try to establish what his want is. What is it, man? What do you want? Whatever you want.
We're going for a ride.
Where are we going?
We're going in my car.
Okay, so while we engage in the dialogue, the pattern interrupt occurred. I redirect the weapon and I control it, okay? Redirect the weapon and control it. Simultaneously, when you redirect this, you must move the head, which is the target, out of the line of fire. So this is not enough. This must be done together. As you do this together, this hand comes under and controls the weapon. We grab the frame. Make sure you do not have your hand behind because you're going to get your hand blown off. So in one motion, we redirect it, we move our head out of the line, or the target out of the line of fire, and then we control it. So this is the motion, okay? Now just be careful, because if you have someone with you, a partner, your wife, a buddy, they could get shot as collateral damage during the gun disarm if they're on the side here. So you need to be cognizant of who is around you, and bystanders as well. Again, you need to prioritize your self-defense response, but just be aware of this. So once you redirect the weapon and move your target out of the line of fire, you must control this weapon. We control it by grabbing onto the frame and the wrist. It's critical that you grab the wrist. Do not grab the gun with 2 hands. Tommy, move your arm around. There is no control. If I grab the wrist, now I have much better control of the trajectory of that next shot. Now also understand, when you redirect this weapon, that gun's gonna go off, okay? So don't freak out if you hear the gun go off. Always stay focused on the task at hand, saving your life, controlling that weapon, and then neutralizing that attacker. So regarding controlling the weapon, thanks Tommy, it's really important to mention grip strength. You guys have got to work on strengthening your hands and your forearms. This is real world combat. And I know the martial arts community is filled with lots of esoteric concepts and the idea of finesse overpowering brute strength. It's bullshit. This is real world combat, okay? You're gonna be fighting and struggling for your life. You need to condition your hands and your forearms. And I talk about this a lot in my War Machine program. Guys, you need to get into the gym and you need to strengthen your hands and your forearms, because again, disarming a gun, you only have one chance. So once you gain control of the weapon, we need to neutralize him. So how do I do that without compromising this grip? Because this is everything. Well, what do you have at your disposal? I can headbutt, I can knee strike. Even if we end up getting in a real close struggle, I can use biting tactics. Whatever you use, just make sure you don't give up this grip. Now, after driving several headbutts or knee strikes, if you feel that he's loosened up or softened up a bit, you can deliver a shot right to the throat. We have that knife hand right to the throat. I've addressed this technique in past videos. Incredibly effective, right to the throat. We come back to control the grip. We have to loosen him up. We have to soften him up. We have to inflict some sort of damage that will allow us to attempt this actual disarm technique. Once I've landed several shots, I'm going to attempt the gun disarm. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel the actual firearm back against his finger. So I'm driving it back while I'm isolating this wrist. It's critical to hold on super tight. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive that trigger guard into the back of the hand. This is gonna snap his finger. Tommy, go with the flow. He's going all the way down. Now in reality, I'm not gonna do it that slow. I'm gonna rip it down as hard as I can. That's gonna break that finger completely, and it's gonna put the gun in my hands. When it comes to gun disarms, there's no room for hesitation, fantasy, or failure. You only get one chance at this, and it has to work. So train with purpose, stay sharp, and I'll see you at the next video.